We started our coverage really right off the bat at about 3 o'clock this afternoon. We really started at 6 a.m. with meteorologist Kylie Miller, of course. But at 3 o'clock this afternoon we started. We've been really just going since then. But it is snow. Now we actually had a chance to get some snow on the ground to enjoy. But here's where we go the rest of the night and through the weekend. Snow showers, still a few more left over before we're finally free of some of the heaviest stuff. A couple of bands really on their heaviest mark up toward the Highland area, Sterling Heights eastward, the city of Detroit, and then we're finally going to be done. This whole thing moving its way on off to the northeast here. Wind gusts, though, again, are still on the stronger side. Normally, on just a regular old day, these wouldn't even be wind advisory criteria. But we have a ton of outages approaching the 300,000 mark according to DTE. That is a very large amount of outages, and Shayna already talked to you a little earlier about that discrepancy between a couple of things there between both the outage center and also the mapping that we've been hand adding up all the way through the night, because that's where the live updates have been coming in. So it's an interesting setup with how these outages have continued all the way through the night. Now, again, some of the pictures that we've seen coming on in, we've seen them all around the area earlier today. This was at about 8 or 9 o'clock. I think about 8 o'clock, they were already over 6 inches in West Bloomfield, now well over that mark already. Continuing, of course, with that wet, heavy snowfall into the rest of the night. That can lead to a couple more outages. These numbers still look good. No changes here because we are over 7 in several spots throughout that dark purple. As we go through the night, it'll compress down. So when you wake up in the morning, that'll have a chance to be a little lower than the final totals, thank goodness. A little easier to try and clear away as it melts away. Down to the south, still some of those lower numbers, of course, which is something we watched for earlier. I think we're all right. We're going to hold steady with that. No final updates for you. And we'll have those final totals for you tomorrow as well. But going with it, snow showers continue here at least through about 1 a.m. The lighter stuff. No additional real heavy accumulation. But sunshine in the afternoon and highs in the low 40s tomorrow will allow us to melt away more of that snowfall. We're back in the low 40s Sunday. We're up near 50 on Monday. There is a lot of warmth still to come before we drop at the end of next week. You'll notice the western side of the state, all alerts canceled. The winter storm warnings rather for us, those continue still until 4 a.m. However, based on the trend of the snow, I expect that these will be canceled early, potentially around 1 or 2 a.m., if not a little earlier than that. But we're on track to clear the snow out, and then we're left with just some wind gusts. But again, these winter storm warnings at the moment until 4 a.m., but I do have a feeling they will be canceled early just based on the current trend of where the snow is and where it's already moved through. But a reminder, and in a way, this gets a little worse tomorrow morning. This is why we've been telling you, try and keep up with some of it today, because the snow is very wet and heavy. When it's 30 degrees outside, you get double the amount. 10 inches of snow weighs 10 pounds per cubic foot. Half of that much snowfall, 5 inches of snowfall, say, of this wet, heavy type of snowfall, even though it's half the amount, it weighs twice as much. And tomorrow morning, as everything's had a chance to compact down and really compress and melt a little bit, you've got a lot of weight there you have to deal with. So please take it easy as we're trying to clear the snow away, and as we go further all the way into this, of course. That's going to be the biggest issue here as we get into it. But we've been tracking all of the conditions around the area. Road conditions, I think we've used the words horrendous a couple of times with it, of course. But the Next Weather Tracker has been out all day. This tank is basically built for handling this kind of stuff. We put it through its paces, and that's where we find Next Weather meteorologist Karen Carter.
Yeah, Ahmed, horrendous is a good word. Terrible, awful, treacherous, any of those words would work for the drive around town today. Now, just take a look outside right now. We are going eastbound on I-696, and if you were watching just a little bit earlier, you saw the car swerve in front of us, and we have been seeing people that have been swerving, people who have been driving very slow, people who have been driving faster, trying to get around. It's very dangerous out here, to say the least. We have seen cars off on the side of the road and ditches. We have seen a lot of people stuck in the snow. And, you know, tomorrow morning, too, if you are headed out, take it easy. Give yourself lots of extra time, because these roads are still in need of a lot of help and a lot of plowing still. So just be careful out on those roadways if you're going out tonight or tomorrow morning, and stay safe.
All right, right back at you, Karen. Thanks so much for all of the updates throughout the evening. And to Chris McKnight, he's driving the car, the weather tracker as well.